So Satish ji, shall we start with the questions?
Yes, Bhagwan.
Yes.
We'll ask the spiritual questions first, Bhagwan.
Okay.
Bhagwan, we want to know, between now and December 2012, to help the oneness movement and the mission, what do we need to do as individuals, as families, as sevaks, and as a community, Bhagwan?
As individuals, you must become Diksha givers, because 2012 is all about giving Dikshas. We will be forming groups of devotees like the group now in this hall, and what you would have to do is, year 2012 starting with January, we will teach you a special technique whereby you will be giving Dikshas to each other. Now this could be 4 times in the month of January, maybe 5 or 6 times in February, until December 2012, the month of December 2012, it has to be every day. So we want committed groups of people who will be able to come and spend some time every day in the month of December 2012. That's when the transition is going to take place. And as you give these blessings to each other, the Dikshas to each other, I will also be joining you in the Skype. I will be meditating along with you, and I will also be giving you Diksha collectively. The result would be you will be moving to very high states of consciousness. And as that happens, we will be influencing the world. For example, as you go into those high states, if you have a map of UAE in front of you, and ultimately when you give the Diksha to the map, strangely, the people of UAE would receive a very powerful blessing, and their level of consciousness will be out. All this is possible the month of December 2012 for the simple reason that 3 great cycles are coinciding. We have a 5,000-year-old cycle which started at the end of the Mahabharata war. That cycle will be closing the year 2012. We also have a 26,400-year cycle which deals with yugas. All the yugas happen in that time frame. That cycle also is closing the year 2012. And then we have a 650,000-year cycle, the most massive cycle, that also is closing the year 2012. So it's a very rare phenomenon that these 3 cycles are closing the year 2012. Not only that, 2012, according to revelations and according to certain other calculations by the ancients, is the midpoint of the universe. This universe began from a small infinitesimal dot. That was the beginning of the universe, much smaller than even an individual electron. So small was the universe in the beginning, and that has now grown to this stage. The universe is now middle-aged. In its lifetime now is another 13.7 billion years when the cycle closes. Well, that is supposed to be 1 day for Brahma. And 1,000 days of Brahma is equal to 1 day of Vishnu. 1,000 days of Vishnu is equal to 1 day of Shiva. And 1,000 days of Shiva is equal to 1 day of Shakti. Now we are going to enter the midpoint of Brahma's day. Now what is understood by this is the universe, which was a single little infinitesimal dot, has grown up to this size. The one has become the many. Now that it has become the many, it appears as the many. And this beautiful creation has come up to this point. Now it's like building a home, and then you do a Griha Pravesh, and then you enter the home. So this is like Griha Pravesh for the whole of humanity in the year 2012. And then we are going to enter a totally new age. So all this work is about entering this new age. Now, when the new age comes, what happens is there's a change in pranic energies, which is what is responsible for change in human consciousness, which is responsible for change in human perception, which is responsible for the way humans experience reality. Reality would remain the same, but the way you experience reality would be vastly different. When you experience it differently, you will discover heaven on earth. Now that is what is going to happen. But then you wait for the rains. When the rains do come, you cannot keep quiet. You have to plow the soil, to sow the seeds, do all things. So this is like the rains coming in, the new age coming, and the energy is coming. But then we have to work for it. Without working, you're not going to get anywhere. And what is the work? We must raise our levels to higher states of consciousness, and it is possible because of these energy changes. And how do we do it? We must become powerful blessing givers. That's the way to do it. And now, how to produce blessing givers? It's not possible for everybody to come to level 1 and level 2 to India or anywhere and become blessing givers. Therefore, we intend to produce trainers in every country of the world. They're already in other countries and they started functioning with extraordinarily beautiful results flowing in from December the 3rd. Tremendous things are happening now in many, many places. It has started already. Now, for example, in Dubai, we would like to have trainers. And who would be those trainers? Those who are now conducting satsangs, they would become the trainers. We would be training them in order that they go back and conduct courses in UAE itself. For example, we would first start what's called Oneness Experience Level 1. That would be the course you will conduct. That would be followed by Oneness Experience Level 2, which is equal to Level 1 which you are now conducting. And that will be followed by Oneness Experience Level 3, which is the current Level 2. So all these things will be conducted in UAE itself by the trainers there who will be selected from the people who are conducting satsang centers. So then you will yourself initiate people into becoming blessing givers. So we can have thousands of people who are blessing givers. We need a lot of people to become blessing givers because time is running out. For various reasons, we have lost very, very valuable time, and we have to now run faster now to be on time. So all this is possible only if it is decentralized and decontrolled. And this phenomenon has to be highly decentralized. When it began in 1989, a small little baby had complete flexibility and zero control. As control increased and flexibility declined, the power got reduced. So we are now moving very, very fast to decontrol and increase flexibility so that the phenomenon would come to full power. People who came in 1989, when it was at full power, some of them became saints, some of them became sages. Just by visiting the campus, that was the power at that time. Now we have to get it back to that power in the year 2012. So all effort would be in that direction. So that is what you have got to do. You have to become blessing givers at the individual level. And what is the other levels you asked me?
At the family level.
Please repeat the question.